Good morning. I am Board Chair Jim Ananick. All board members are present for today's meeting. We have a quorum to proceed with today's meeting to decide various matters listed on the agenda. There will be an opportunity for public comment later in the agenda after the business portion is completed. Anyone wishing to address the board must fill out a request form, which is available at the reception table outside of the hearing room entrance. Consider approval of minutes of the board's regular public meeting held on March 10th, 2026. Board members have been provided with a copy of the prepared minutes of the board's last public meeting held on March 10th, 2026 for prior review to today's meeting. Do any members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes? Board Member Palms, could we please have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Okay, there is support. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same. Motion passes. Executive Director's Report. Mr. Williams.
Mr. Chair, good morning, board members. The board has received a written version of my report for review, so I will summarize my report. In the board's packet provided to you for this meeting, there's a revenue packet. In addition, a press release containing a detailed revenue report will be released at the conclusion of this meeting. Since the board's last regular public meeting, the following notable board-related activities and events have occurred. The Michigan Gaming Control Board has hired one new employee, and there has been one resignation. Is the new employee present this morning? Please stand. Welcome. Thank you. The Gaming Control Board currently has 201 employees and 14 vacant positions. Ongoing efforts to fill the board's 14 vacant positions will continue until all positions are filled. A roster of the board's current staff, including state police and attorney general staff, assigned to assist the board in carrying out its statutory duties and responsibilities under the Michigan Game Control and Revenue Act as amended, is included in your packet for your reference as attachment 1. Budget. As of April 6, 2026, total MGCB expenditures were $18,713,031. This leaves an unexpended balance of $31,759,922 in appropriated funding for fiscal year 2026. It includes funds for anticipated reimbursement to the Attorney General and State Police for requested assistance pursuant to the Act. Revenue, March 2026, the 3 Detroit casinos reported $112.3 million monthly aggregate revenue in March 2026. For the month ended March 31st, 2026, gaming taxes for the 3 Detroit casinos were $9 million compared to $9.5 million for the same period last year. The 3 Detroit casinos reported submitting to the City of Detroit $13.3 million wagering taxes and development agreement payments during March 2026. Revenue from LISPA and LIGA, State of Michigan taxes and payments for January through February 2026, $112.8 million in total taxes and payments, $108.5 million from internet gaming and $4.3 million from internet sports betting. City of Detroit taxes and fees for January through February 2026, $27.4 million in total taxes and fees, $26 million from internet gaming, $1.4 million from internet sports betting. Tribal operators payments for January through February 2026, $14 million in payments to tribes. Occupational licensing. Since the board's March 10th, 2026 meeting, the employee licensing section completed a required background investigation of 55 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applications, 33 level 3 applications, and 284 renewal license applications. I have already approved the 284 renewal requests and the 33 level 3 applications as recommended by the employee licensing section staff. The remaining recommendations regarding the 55 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applicants will be considered by the board as part of the business agenda for today's meeting. Disassociated persons list. Currently, we have 4,297 individuals on the disassociated persons list. Responsible gaming database. As of April 5th, 2026, the board has received 2,393 applications requesting placement in the RGD program. Currently, there are 1,811 individuals in the RGD for internet gaming and 1,707 individuals in the RGD for sports betting. Waiver of criminal convictions. Since the March 10th, 2026 public meeting, there have been 5 waivers issued. Minor citations. Since the March 10th, 2026 public meeting, there have been no minors in the casino's citations issued. iGaming citations. Since my last report at the February 10th, 2026 public meeting, there has been 5 iGaming citations issued, totaling $42,500 in fines. Michigan State Police. In the report you have in front of you, there's a section on the activities of the state police, as well as their number of open positions. Since the information includes confidential investigations of persons and crimes at the casinos, I'm not going to address in a public forum, but please review at your convenience. In closing, I would like to remind everyone that gambling in any form is for entertainment purposes only. If you or a loved one have a gambling problem, please call the state's 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER for assistance with treatment only. You also may visit our website at www.michigan.gov/MGCB for information on self-exclusion programs, including the Disassociated Persons List and the Internet Gaming and Sports Betting Responsible Gaming Database. Or call the MGCB's Responsible Gaming section at 1-888-223-3044. In addition, you may visit www.don'tregretthebet.org for responsible gaming tips. Thank you, Mr. Chair and board members. That concludes my report. I'm available for any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? All right. Thank you very much. The first item of business is to consider the Executive Directors and Casino Operation Division's recommendations regarding Level 1 and Level 2 occupational license applications. The board's employee licensing staff has completed the background investigations of 55 Level 1 and Level 2 occupational license applicants since the board's last regular public meeting. All board members have been provided a copy of Exhibit 1, which summarizes the staff recommendations to grant applications for the reasons specified in the related background investigation reports. Are there any questions? All right, seeing none, Board Member Thor Davis, can we please have a motion to approve the occupational license applications as listed and recommended in Exhibit 1?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
There is a motion and support. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and licensing and investigation division's recommendations regarding the pending supplier license requests of Artco International, Inc., Elk Ab Studios AB, Ganas LLC, doing business as Ganas MFG, Zitro USA, Inc. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting. Each applicant was given notice the board will consider supplier license request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the requests. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Board Member Evanson, may we please have a motion to approve the supplier license request as recommended?
So moved.
There is a motion. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and licensing and investigations division's recommendations regarding the pending supplier license renewal request of BetMGM LLC, doing business as Roar Digital, with new key persons Michael Aaron Goldberg and Edmund Mesrobian. Also Shy West, Inc., DBA, doing business as Imagine This, The Printer, Inc., with the new key persons TPI Employee Stock Ownership Trust. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting. Each applicant was given notice the board will consider its supplier license renewal request at today's meeting. Board staff was present to answer any questions board members may have regarding this request. Are there any questions? Okay, seeing none. Board Member Lambert Bounds, may we please have a motion to approve the supplier license renewals with new key persons as recommended?
So moved.
There is a motion. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and licensing and investigations to Division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key persons of supplier licensee. 888 Atlantic Limited with new key persons Alexander James O'Shaughnessy. IGT with new key persons Giovanna Gregory, Carlo Enrico Ferrari R.D. Cheney, and Paolo Adolfo Anilo Albertini. Penn Sports Interactive LLC with new key persons Carlos Alberto Roy Sanchez and John David Hartnett. Playtech Software Limited with new key persons John Mark Gleasier. Score Media and Gaming Inc. doing business as The Score with new key persons Carlos Alberto Roy Sanchez and John David Hartnett. SDSV Gibraltar Limited with new key persons Carlos Albert Roy Sanchez and John David Hartnett. TSG Interactive U.S. Services Limited with new key persons Cando Lake Limited and Kenneth Brian Dart. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting. Each applicant was given notice the board will consider its request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the requests. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Board Member Pauls, will we please have a motion to approve the applications for new key persons as recommended?
So moved.
There is a motion. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and licensing and investigations division's recommendations regarding the transfer of interest for supplier licensee Zitro USA Inc. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report for review prior to today's meeting. Each applicant was given notice the board will consider its request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the requests. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Board Member Thrower Davis, may we please have a motion to approve the transfer of interest recommended?
So moved.
There's a motion. There's support.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and licensing and investigation division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key persons of casino, internet gaming, and sports betting operator licensee. Excuse me. Greektown Casino LLC doing business as Hollywood Casino at Greektown with new key persons Carlos Alberto Ruiz Sanchez and John David Hartnett. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report for review prior to today's meeting. Each applicant was given notice that the board will consider its request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the requests. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Board Member Everson, will you please have a motion to approve the application for new key persons as recommended?
So moved.
There is a motion. Is there support?
Support.
It's moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Orders will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of the acknowledgement of violation of casino licensee. Detroit Entertainment LLC doing business as Motor City Casino. Each board member is provided with a copy of the report of acknowledgement of violation for review prior to today's meeting. The licensee was given notice. The board will consider the agency record regarding the acknowledgement of violation. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Board Member Lambert Bounds, may we please have a motion to accept the acknowledgement of violation?
So moved.
It's been moved. There's support.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose the same. The motion passes. An order will be issued accordingly. Next item is consideration of acknowledgement of the violation of supplier licensee, American Wagering, Inc., doing business as William Hill Sportsbook. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report and acknowledgement of the violation for review prior to today's meeting. I'd like to ask Assistant Attorney General Gerald Whalen to come forward to briefly summarize the violations and facts involved. Thank you.
Board members, before you is an order that we are asking you to enter accepting the acknowledgement of violation. In this matter, it would appear that the licensee accepted wagers on what it thought was a sanctioned basketball tournament. At some point, they second-guessed themselves, thought it was unauthorized, canceled and voided the wagers, had a discussion with the gaming board about the applicable rule that requires them to pay the winnings to the patrons. They discussed the rule, came to a resolution with the executive director, agreed to a fine and to pay the winning patrons. So before you was the order to be entered, do you have any questions about the file? And I do want to note that they did put a pretty lengthy mitigation statement in the file talking about that it was erroneous assumptions and interpretations. It was nothing malicious or intentional.
Great, thank you. Is there any questions? Thank you very much. Is there a representative from American Wagering present or on a call and wishing to address the board? If so, please come forward and identify yourself for the record. There is no one present. Thank you very much. So there would be no questions. Board Member Palms, may we please have a motion to accept the acknowledgement of violation?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same. The motion passes. An order will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the proposal for decision regarding occupational licensee, Janae Lagarde. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the agency record for review prior to today's meeting. The licensee was given notice the board will consider the agency record regarding the proposal for decision at today's meeting. Assistant Attorney General Gerald Whalen, will you please summarize the facts involved?
At the administrative hearing level, administrative law judge entered a proposal for decision that we're asking you to accept and adopt the findings that he made in the conclusions of law and deny the application for renewal and revoke the license. In this matter, the licensee applied for a renewal of their occupational license. As I've explained before, under the Administrative Procedures Act, when you file a renewal application to extend your current license until such time as a decision was made, necessitating the summary suspension based on the investigation where the occupational licensee did not cooperate with supplying documentation. Based on the review and the investigation of the application, they found that there was an outstanding financial matter, collections. They tried to get some documentation, some basis for suitability. There was no responses. There were numerous reach outs to the licensee, no response. They did not show up to the hearing. Default was entered, asking you to enter an order accepting the proposal for decision by the administrative law judge.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Thank you. Is Janae Lagarde or a representative present or on the call wishing to address the board? If so, please come forward and identify yourself for the record. No, there is not. I would note for the record that the licensee representative was not present. Are there any questions for board members? Okay, I already asked that, so we're good. Okay, Board Member Thorold Davidson, would we please have a motion to accept the proposal for decision?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there, has been moved, is there support?
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same. The motion passes and order will be issued accordingly. Other business? Nothing right now. We are now at the point in the board's meeting when members of the public may come forward and offer comments regarding business of the board. Emery, is there have we received any requests?
Yes, there is one request for public comment. Joining virtually, it is Catherine Muthen.
Oh, thank you very much. You have 2 minutes, 2%. Thank you very much.
Good morning, board members. My name is Catherine Malton. I am a resident of Michigan. Currently have a case, ID 2026-0435. On March 31st, I triggered a full house on Slingo Hot Roll with the game ID 641240593. I contacted the support of Fanatics immediately, but the game remained frozen on the loading screen for over 20 hours. Rekeying the exact same spot every time I logged in. During that 24-hour window, other games functioned perfectly, providing the failure was localized to the verified bonus session. After 24 hours, the game reset without paying the winnings or returning my stake. I'm actually flagging this pattern of misinformation and non-compliance by Fanatics. On April 4th, supervisor confirmed in writing that Fanatics successfully located and verified the gameplay for this specific round. I was told by one agent the case was already escalated 4 days prior, and then only to be told by the supervisor later that that was false and previous messaging was inconsistent. Despite verifying the round supported demand of screenshots of an account activity tab that knew I was no longer able to access since I had already suspended my account. The 10-day rule here was not followed. It's been 14 days since my dispute began, and they have refused to return my stake in violation of Rule 432663. I'm asking the board to compel Fanatics to produce the RNG seed results and pay the full bonus winnings recorded on the server, plus the return of my stake. And I'm actually concerned for any other Michigan patron who lacks the specific game ID evidence or screenshots that I had, that they have faced similar gaslighting, similar treatment, and are being simply ignored. I would like to ask the board to investigate this failure to resolve the dispute within the mandatory 10-day window under the rule 432653. Thank you so much for your attention to that matter.
Thank you very much for that comment, and we will make sure that a member of the gaming control staff will be following up with you on this issue. Are there any other members wishing to speak for the public?
There are no other requests.
Thank you very much. Well, at least I will call on each. There are requests. Okay, so there are no other requests for the record. Thank you. The board's next scheduled public meeting will be Tuesday, May 12th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Next, we will consider a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act for the purpose of receiving notification of persons placed on the disassociated persons list since the board's last closed session. Since the board's March 10th, 2026 public meeting, several applications have been received from individuals requesting to be placed on the board's associated persons list as part of their treatment for compulsive gambling problems under Section 25 of the Gaming Control and Revenue Act. The Act and Board Resolution number 2001-06 require the board to be provided with confidential notification of the names of all individuals placed on the associated persons list since the board's last closed session. Board Member Edmondson, will we please have a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act to receive notification of persons placed on the associated persons list since the board's last closed session?
So moved.
Thank you. There is a motion. Is there support?
Support.
There is motion and support. Any discussion? Seeing none. Anne-Marie, will we please have a roll call on the motion?
On the motion to go into closed session following this portion of today's public meeting, all those in favor say aye, opposed nay. Chair Member Ananick?
Aye.
Board Member Palms?
Aye.
Board Member
Aye.
Lambert-Bounds? Board Member Thrower Davis?
Aye.
Board Member Evanson?
Aye.
The motion passes, and we are now in closed session. Okay, we will resume the open meeting portion of the meeting. A motion to approve minutes of the board's March 10th, 2026 closed session. Board members have been provided with a copy of prepared minutes of the board's last closed session, which was held on March 10th, 2026 for review prior to today's meeting. Do board members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes? Seeing none, Board Member Lambert-Bounds, may we please have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's moved and support. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. The motion passes. Board Member Pauls, will we please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Support.
All usually is. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. The motion passes. We are adjourned.